A very good happy Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather and night forecast, courtesy of On Target. Taking a look out here at the latest surface map and satellite overlay, you can see we got a bit more cloud cover to deal with out there early this morning. If we can zoom in here on the Great Commonwealth, you can see just north and west of the Ohio River, got a complex of storms already streaming across southern Illinois and Indiana. Got this SWATO boundary that's set up right here just to our north and west, and this is going to be utilized as a firing mechanism as we work throughout the day, where we could be seeing better coverage of showers and storms here across the region. Let's get a look across the region. D93 Skycam showing a masterpiece. Almost looks like a painting view there of the sky with a variety of different cloud types at different layers of the atmosphere. It's a beautiful view out there, folks, but it is very warm and very muggy, to say the least. A bit more sunshine overlooking the Morgantown Skycam. Beautiful view, though, over the big crane working on the new Morgantown Bank and Trust building. Some wispy cloud cover out there. Again, quite the picturesque sunrise, but, folks, it is hot and muggy in the great outdoors. We've already got readings upwards of right around the mid-70s. We already have dew points creeping up into the lower 70s. And those are only going to be upwards from here. We're going to be looking at temperatures this afternoon between the 90 and 95 degree range. Dew points creeping upwards towards the mid, maybe even creeping to the upper 70s at times today into tomorrow. More than enough moisture to support a few strong storms to get going out there as we work throughout today on into tomorrow, even into the Thursday time frame as well. Here's a look at the surface map this morning. You see the cold front is located well off to the north and west. We will put this into motion here, and then we work into Wednesday. You see it approaching right there just to the north of the Ohio River. And then on Thursday, it's going to continue to tease the Wobbles community. It's going to be right there on our doorstep, folks. It's not going to be able to make it all the way through. It's going to slowly waft back to the north as we progress into Friday on into the weekend to follow. It's going to be keeping the hot and mugginess around at least throughout the remainder of this week. All right, let's ship over here and let's talk about what's in store afterward. Here's the short-term model guidance, and you can see some better shower and storm coverage is anticipated, especially as we work into this afternoon and evening. It's going to be blossoming out there with a triggering mechanism coming a little bit closer to our vicinity, working throughout the atmosphere. We lose our daytime heating. We lose the majority of the activity, although these isolated showers and storms will be present here still across the region. Then we work into our Wednesday. More rounds of scattered showers and storms that continue to impact the area. We see this blossom, then the loss of daytime heating. It's the rinse and repeat forecast, folks. You kind of get the idea. We're going to have showers and storms that are going to be in the forecast each and every day, but the coverage will be peaking underneath the peak heating of each afternoon into the early evening hours, all right? Here's a look at the precipitable water values as we work throughout the day. You can see they're right along the magnitude of around 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 as we work throughout this morning. And then as we work into this afternoon, folks, look at these readings. Upwards of 2 to 2.5 inches of precipitable water. Any storm that gets going, we've been saying this repetitively over the past several days, efficient rainfall producers, frequent lightning, can be looking at some gusty winds. A few storms might even become strong at times, so that'll be worth keeping eyes on. This continues, folks, as we get into our Wednesday afternoon and evening. You see the precipitable waters blossom yet again, and then we have them continue to hang around Wednesday night. And then we work into our Thursday, folks, and we get a little bit of a drier sector here with that cold front approaching in and teasing us, where it's going to be bisecting across the region, and this thing will be waffling back and forth across the area. Could be quite annoying at times, going from a little bit more relaxed atmosphere, a little bit more comfortable in the outdoors, to right back to where you need the scuba gear on with the air that you can wear, all right? Speaking of the air you can wear, let's take a look at the dew points. We have received numerous messages and questions about when the heat and humidity is going to finally subside and give us another much-needed break. Well, we'll put this into motion for you. Probably not going to like what you're going to see, but we keep dew points right around the upper 60s to the mid and upper 70s all the way through the end of the weekend. And then we roll into the early days of next week, and it's more of the same. And then, by the time that we roll into roughly the following, we're going to have dew points down to around the upper 50s, lower 60s. So it looks like a week and a half from today, folks. We might catch some relief here with a cold front finally moving through here. We'll get some of that to creep back up, but then look at the big passing cold front that long-range model guidance has as we roll into the final week of August. Dew points all the way down to the upper 40s to lower 50s. Please let this come to fruition. Please let this come to fruition. If we can get dew points down around this vicinity, folks, we will be looking very nice out there, to say the least. So hang in there, folks. Hang in there as we work over the next week and a half to 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll catch some relief in here with the much lower dew points and cooler temperatures working here across the region. All right. Good news on the storm front. We're not expecting any sort of organized severe weather. We might catch a stray storm becoming marginally severe for a short period of time. Gusty, damaging winds will be the primary concern there. And then, looking out into the tropics, we're going to have to keep our eyes on what is now Tropical Storm Erin. This thing is forecast to become a major hurricane by early Sunday morning, working right there on the east side of Puerto Rico. We'll be keeping close eyes on that, folks, for obvious reasons. This could make impact on the U.S. mainland. Long-term model guidance, you take those with a grain of salt, especially with tropical systems, is trying to bring this up along the East Coast. So tropical systems, folks, they've got a mind of their own. They wobble and waft quite a bit. So we're going to be watching that one like a hawk to see how that thing evolves, to say the least. Total rainfall amounts for us here over the next 4 to 5 days, still along the magnitude of anywhere from a half an inch to an inch of total rainfall. Folks, we say take the rainfall forecast with a grain of salt, because if you get caught underneath these large air mass thunderstorms, we could be having very, very, very efficient rain producers out there that could be absolutely dumping it. We could have some locations within a very short time period, within an hour or two, see these values come to fruition. So understand some localized areas could receive copious amounts of rainfall higher than the valuations that we're showcasing here. And all it takes is one storm with the slow storm motions in order to do so. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast. We have got scattered storm chances in the forecast today, tomorrow, drying out Thursday into the Friday time frame, but we're going to keep it extraordinarily hot and muggy in the great outdoors. Heat indices will be approaching the 100-degree mark each and every afternoon. The weekend, folks, unfortunately, upper ridge building in here, it's going to be even hotter. Real-time readings in the mid-90s. Could be looking at heat indices exceeding the century mark of 100 degrees. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather night forecast. Brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other.